Hi team, good morning. Hope you are doing well. Just hi team, good morning. Just say hi, hello, or something. Hi.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, please, if you have done a practice, just post here so that this good login screen. I think yeah, we have seen this one yesterday only, right? Fantastic. So we can jump into the topic. And yesterday we understand few fundamentals in Bootstrap. So we understand how to create a card like this, and with the help of this also, you see, we can create a product listing page. Okay, in Amazon, go to Amazon, if you click on any category, so they will display lots of products. Try to search laptops. Okay, sometimes they will display in one column. Sometimes they will display in multiple columns like this, because one, two, three, four in a one row, displaying four items, and you should just take care of proper alignments and all those things. So that thing we can achieve with this like flexbox kind of thing. So yesterday we have given styles, right? Okay, instead of that, using we have bootstrap classes, right? Okay, if what is the shorthand for display flex? Just to do d hyphen flex, then it will apply the flex wrap, and just a second, really I forgot those class names. So but whenever you are doing the bootstrap, first check, is there any relevant classes available for that style. Hopefully it will be available for everything, so then apply those things so it will work properly. Okay, today we are going to learn one more interesting thing. So this is the most important thing in any CSS framework whenever you are doing these layouts kind of thing. So yeah, go to home.html. So yeah, we have a plain document, home.html. Nothing is there, just simple. We have a heading. Even we didn't add bootstrap one, right? So we can just take the bootstrap template, go through bootstrap, docs, documentation. Simple, just at least copy this one where they have added, provide the basic template. I hope everyone understand what is the chain difference between the normal HTML template and Bootstrap template. Only these two lines of script is a difference. So hello world, okay, no problem. Whatever you want to design, you can design here. So this is home.html. Just refresh the document. This is so now we should understand the responsive design, because normally, as we discussed previously, we don't have these many devices, but now we'll have big laptop, and the same application should work properly in even this suppose iPod kind of thing, even some large width mobile screen, and even few mobiles have very less width. So if you design something, it should work properly, it should align things properly in all the devices. That is very, very important in modern day development. Okay, so for that, we need to go with the responsive design. Okay, before, okay, you understand like what is the importance of responsive design. For that, of course, we can achieve, we can use some techniques like Flexbox and grid layout, okay, even with media queries, okay. With a combination of all these things, our goal is to make sure our application should work properly in all the devices. So along with these things, we should understand few more important things so that it will become more easy. So here, if you see, if you come to the Bootstrap documentation, there is a section called breakpoints. Okay, this is the most important. So if you see here, the Bootstrap team has considered, okay, devices in this category. So if device is less than or equal to 576 pixel, okay, width, so then it is a small device, okay, small medium like that. And here if it is less than or equal to, of course here the symbol is greater than or equal to, but medium, 1 minute, sorry, if it is less than 576, it's an extra small, means very small thing. And if it is greater than 576 and less than 768, in this range we can call it as a small medium like that. And if it is, this is a medium, this is large XL, double XL. Okay, whenever you are designing, you can just put your own breakpoints. Like suppose if you feel like 550 and 750 or something, but these are because they have done good research and they have a lot of experience. So that experience they have given this breakpoint so that it's always good to follow the CSS framework standards. So here, just remember this thing. This is the very important thing. Okay, just note down somewhere, and you should remember these numbers. Okay, these are maybe you should remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers only. This is easy: 1200 and 1400 XL and double XL, and this is somewhat. So whenever you are designing, you should be aware of that. If it is like in this 768 to 992, you should know that that is a medium device. Initially it will take some time, but once you start designing a few screens and a few pages, you will be habituated to that and you will remember for a long time. So what is advantage that, okay, based on that you can apply some media queries. Okay, just remember that 2 points, breakpoints, and even you can mention, suppose whenever you are writing media queries, I will give some examples, don't worry. Whenever you are trying to add some media queries in normal HTML, we should mention minimum width or maximum width. So here you can mention the that breakpoint, a shortcut. SM means a small device, medium, large XL, and triple XL. So it will automatically apply those styles for those devices. It's really easy. So what we can do based on these techniques, they have designed one more thing that is called containers. So with the help of these containers, we can design complex layouts easily. So if you see, even has provided a beautiful diagram. So let's jump into the practice session so that it's easy for us. So anyway, our goal is again Amazon homepage. Okay, from the day one I'm saying we can recreate this one, but still we didn't, right? Don't worry, next week we are going to focus on complete these designs. We'll complete the header and some product details page, login and logout screen. Okay, next week completely project one. So today we are going to understand some these important things. So again, we can try to um, design this header with the help of containers. So suppose we need six sections in the right. So normally what we will do, we will add a div inside of that. we will add 6 divs, right? 6 or 7 divs. Okay, 6 or 7 divs. Okay, and we should apply some display flags, this kind of thing. Okay, that's a manual effort, but if you follow these techniques like container, it's easy. So what I'm doing, just add what div. Okay, in that, of course, you can add many divs. I'm just adding, this is one. You can apply some styles on that, or we can copy some code from the Bootstrap documentation to make it fast. So right now I'm just putting 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I think how many sections we have for Amazon? 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we can go and add another section here. So always remember, this is the most important thing. First, design for a mobile device. Then try to adjust for large devices, because normally people do the mistake that they will design for a web page, and later if you try to add media queries for the small devices, it's very difficult. So our goal is, whenever you are trying to design something, so you should design for the mobile. So always make sure, just open in a mobile view. Okay, whatever it is, whichever is comfortable for you. Like suppose you're using some mobile, right? Based on that, start doing. Then slowly apply styles for the larger devices. Okay, right now it is really tough to see on my screen. That's why I'm just closing this one. We can design and I will show you again. So right now it is displaying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So here I'm just adding one class. Observe carefully. I'm just adding class container. Simple one class that is called container. Let's see, is there any difference? Okay, if we add container, automatically you got some space here. Okay, I will add some background color so that you will understand what what is the difference here. So I'm adding writing background color, primary. We know, right? Already we have done some practice. The whole container, I'm just adding the background color. So if you see, you have a div, you didn't apply margin, you didn't apply padding, anything you didn't apply, just you put container. Okay, what happened, it's automatically giving some margin. So in few mm, places, in few websites, normally people leave some space like this, left side and right side. So when if you minimize, okay, it will try to provide some kind of margin always. Okay, like this. So if it is a very small device, it will occupy the whole thing. Okay, suppose if you don't like to provide the space, what you need to do, so here instead of container, just use another class called container fluid. Hope the spelling is correct. If it is a container fluid, it will occupy the whole screen. Okay, always. But this is the responsive, like a flex box. Okay, here, so I prefer for at least today's example. Initially, we can provide container. Later, anyway, for our Amazon, we don't have any margin outside, right? So we can remove that immediately. So background color, primary, like I'm not sure what is the background normal color. Okay, we can apply some styles. Now, if you want to replicate Amazon, see here we have a 6 divs. So instead of just keep on applying margin, padding, all those things, let's here we have some techniques in the Bootstrap. This is the containers, right? We have two kinds of containers only. One is container, another one is container fluid. So inside of that, whenever you are designing, now we are going to take the advantage of the grid system. So right now, it's very simple. Grid means it will deal with the rows and columns. Okay, how the table is there, right? How many rows you need, how many columns you need in that way. So here, what I'm doing in this, we need only one row. Okay, the whole div. Suppose if you want, I'm just adding another div for the namesake. Later we can remove it. Okay, this div is there, right? This div. We are designing the header here. This is this class. If you give a row, the class name is row. Grid system, rows and columns. This is row, and in the first row we have six columns, right? Here, this is the one row. All these divs are in one row, and we have six columns. That means we have placed all these seven items in a single row. That means we have seven columns. So you need to specify simple. You have specified one row, and here you specified column. Let's see how it will look like. So you can predefine how many columns you need. So how many in each and every row, how many if you want to divide first row, seven columns, second row, two columns, like that also you can design. So here just refresh. You see, we got. Okay, this is the div. This is a div. That div property class we have given row. Okay, that's why it has taken one row, and you have divided into seven columns. Okay, you have given us property called column. That's why it will occupy one column. So suppose if you are we are going with Amazon, that's why we don't need a margin. So just use a fluid. Okay. Now if you see, let's open in a mobile device how it is looking. So still it is occupying in one row. It is displaying seven columns. Okay, if you see something Galaxy, same. Even if you go Mini, same. Fold, same. But sometimes, okay, for our design, okay, if Amazon is there in our desktop view, we can display seven things in a single row. But if it is a small device, what we need to do? We should display in one column. Okay, that is very important. So here, mm, make it column. Just I'm for testing purpose column. Just convert it as row into row. Then what will happen? It will divide things into six rows. Just play with this grid system. So what will happen? So you got seven things because it is just taking only one column and seven things. So if you go inspect element, so now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is there. So I'm just changing back to that. So once we understand few fundamentals, then we can focus on the design. So we have class 62, class 7. So here I will tell you one super interesting thing. So in Amazon, you see this one is occupying more space, right? This is occupying more space. This is occupying very less space. So in our design, it is equally distributed. So even if make it FLU fluid, this is equally divided. So I want to give the third div. I want to give more space. So this is very simple. So if you see column, the third one, suppose if you give a numbering, 6 means if I have given column hyphen 6, that means what it will treat, it will give like 6 times more space than other things. Observe carefully. So if you see the third section got 6 times more than other systems. So you can, suppose if you want to add some border, I'm not sure, but let's check. So you can just add some border whenever you're doing so that it will be more uh, visible properly. So it is occupying 6 times than that. Suppose in your thing, if you feel this one and this one need more space, like double space. So what you need to do, this one I want to give a double space. Okay, let's go refresh. Okay, observe carefully. This got 6 times space. This got 2 times space. This got 2 times space. Okay, like that you can adjust it. But of course, whenever you make it in mobile, it's okay. Sometimes it will break. Oh, it's not breaking. Observe carefully. It got the 6 and 7 came into the next row. So I'm just putting control plus this. I'm not sure. Are you able to see this change here? One, 2, 3, 4, 5 in first row and 6, 7 and came into the second row. Observe carefully. Otherwise, I will show you. For this also, I will put 6 so that it will occupy one more row there. So if you see, first, second came in the first row and the remaining things that came into the second row. Even if you give 6 times that for this, so I'm just playing with that. Don't worry. So if you see now we got into 3 rows. So it's not breaking, okay? Even in mobile. Mm, and if you go with this device, so if you see, it's just distributed into 3 rows. And here also it just because if you give a more and more width, it will be a problem. So with the help of media queries, you can control these things like on these devices, I need 6 times space. Otherwise, it will go with the same flow. Okay, this is one interesting thing. So now I'm not going to deal with this right now. After learning few more things, how to control things based on the mobile device, then we can come back here and we can start designing that one. You can finish that. Suppose if you want to give a black background color, let me delete this one. And we need to provide some height padding kind of thing to make it proper. This is the heading for us. So here in the Bootstrap, I will tell you we can go with a few more interesting things. The grid option. Suppose if you want to apply grid options, they are providing shortest syntax for that. But with the example, we can understand that here. Suppose simply if you want to distribute these things into 2 rows, so this is simple. So if suppose product listing page, definitely it will be more helpful. Suppose yesterday we have displayed lot of products, right? In one row, if you want to display 4 things, and in the second row, if you want to display remaining 5 things. Okay, so here itself, I have complete control that I need 2 rows and in the first row I need 4 items, second row 3 items. Okay, you can achieve like this. This is simple. So in the first row it is equally distributed, the 4 items, second row 3 items. Okay, this is a simple technique. I hope you can understand easily. So here what I'm trying to teach you, right? So based on media queries, based on the device width, we can apply some stats. That is the most interesting part here. Just checking that responsive classes. This I did, but I'm just searching way done practice properly. Yeah, this is. So don't worry, I will explain. I'm just copying few classes for that row one. Okay, observe carefully here. This is a row and hyphen columns. Like we are applying some special styles for the columns. Normally, it will occupy in only one column. Okay, suppose if I don't add this one, what will happen? It will display all the things in only one column. Okay, display in one column. Suppose if you don't put that, if you don't put this one, so this is somewhat confusing but very interesting. So normally in row, uh, you have mentioned children's, you have given a class called column, but here you can control um, how many columns you need on small device, how many columns you can distribute into the medium device. For that, what we have done, the first class is row column one. So always start with the small devices. So in small devices, this is the default styles because it's less than or equal to 576, right? In that diagram, then it will occupy 6 rows. So we are happy. If it is in this case, if you go to the mobile device, you don't have any problem. It doesn't break, so it will occupy always 6 rows. So design is not going to break. Just cross check in all the devices. So, but suppose if you have a iPad mini or some sort of medium kind of devices, the iPad mini is the best example. It's a 768, right? In this, you can decide that okay, I can go with the 2 columns. I'm not interested to design everything in a single column. It's better to go with the 2 columns. At the time, just inform to that. So row columns SM-2. SM-2 means small devices. It will go for 2 columns. Okay, let's see how it is working. So it's media, like you need to remember the breakpoints properly. So if you see, this is a medium device, a small medium device. Okay, if you need, you can go and check the breakpoints, the diagram. So if you see, yes, we have given SM means this is between 576 pixel of sorry greater than or equal to 576 and less than 768. So here the device width is 768, equal to 768. That's why it is occupying 2 rows. And if you go to the small device pixel 5, so if you see, it is automatically taking 1 column because the width is 393. So it is falling into this category because small device, this is a small device, this is extra small device. If it is extra small device, it will go with 1 column. It is a small device, it will go with the 2 columns. Okay, if so, if you leave this like this, okay, Even the device width is large and extra large, it will apply this one only. So even large screens, it will go with a two columns layout. But for us, if it is a large screen, Amazon, large screen, we should go with a one row and seven columns. Okay, so that what we need to do here. Okay, you can write row hyphen columns. Okay, I'm going to decide how many columns I want on large screen. Okay, here I can say seven. So initially it will be tough. Don't worry. Do some practice. It's easy and easy. So refresh. Oh, it's not working. Let me cross check. If I done some mistake. Columns. Medium device. No. Four. Definitely large screen. This is a spelling mistake. Greater than or equal to 992. Okay. Why it is not working? Rows. Columns. Large screen. iPhone 7. Let's see. 6 is working. But why 7 is not working? Okay, that's why always CSS is something interesting. Sorry. So okay, I will check this one because 7 guy. So right now I'm just making it 6. Of course, we should fix that one as well. So if it is a 6 rows on a large screen, it is occupying 6 columns, and definitely grid system is something different. So we should check all the properties properly so that you can understand. So if you see, this is 6 columns in a small device, and if you go with a medium device, it's like a small medium, it is occupying 2 columns, and if it is a large screen, it is like it is occupying 6 columns. Okay, this is beautiful, right? You have that responsive design. So now you can start designing it, the Amazon. So this is one. First, that small layout is ready for us. Medium device, like large screen. This is like 1024 6 point, and iPad mini. Okay, 2 columns. And if it is a small device, it should go for a 6 column. This is beautiful. So now you can start designing your Amazon. So first focus on responsive design, and the most important thing is first you should give highest priority for mobile devices, small devices. Once you start, if you are able to design properly in a small device, and just keep on applying some styles for large screen. That's why here if you see, this is for a small, very extra large small devices, then small devices, then later on you can apply for remaining things. Even if it is not controlling with this, and you need to add some media queries. With the help of media queries, definitely you can control anything. Okay, these people are also using media queries internally to control these layouts. So here you can say Amazon logo, here address, search. Definitely, if you start designing, it will start breaking. Don't worry, just uh, with your knowledge of Flexbox and box model and these media queries, you can control everything in the world of design. So I'm just putting something like this. refresh. So this Amazon logo, and I will add the search box place. I will design put type a text so that you will get a beautiful search bar. Okay, you got a search bar, and now always test in all the devices like this. Meaning we are getting search bars here. Of course, maybe if you just compare with the original Amazon, they have designed separately, different way. Right now, make it simple. Once you got the confidence, and you can go on designing a larger extent. So you can keep on adding logos and these things. Now it doesn't break. So yesterday, one of our students has done right. So you're saying that it is just breaking in small dividers. So just use this technique and it will never break on any system. So this is one interesting thing. Okay, hope you guys understood, or just tell me, give me confirmation. You guys understood, or do you have any questions on this? Understood, are you there? Okay, maybe if no one is saying means no one understand anything. Okay, if you don't understand, please go on watch this video again and go to the Bootstrap documentation. Just keep on practicing few other examples because he has mentioned lots of points. Mm, so, so it's simple. If you put a text center, and uh, so Amazon definitely we should apply some black background color. Um, so let's see the like this color options. Do they have black color? I don't remember. Colors. Text colors is there. Go with the background color. Okay, if you don't find that color in that directly apply with the style. Hopefully you can find that one. So if not style color, it's not completely pure black. You can find that exact color. So, and definitely the text color should be white, otherwise you can't see anything. But always try to find proper classes from the Bootstrap. So here I didn't remember, that's why I'm applying the type of style. So now you can start designing. Definitely it doesn't break. Okay? So but some margin spacings, those things you can handle. So I will give at least this code to you for the practice purpose. So still, of course, it's a never-ending process. CSS we can discuss minimum 1 month. Bootstrap we can go with 1 month. But apart from this, of course, every technology is important for us, but JavaScript is the heart. So if you want to become a programmer, a software developer, you need to master in one programming language. These are important, but that is more and more and more important. So that's why I'm going to spend more time with JavaScript and React. These things you can start learning on your own through documentation, and I will suggest you the best tutorial in the YouTube for learning Bootstrap. So he has explained 100 times better than me. So don't worry, whenever you have time, just go on do this step by step. So just search Bootstrap tutorial for beginners. So you can follow any train, any tutorial, that's your choice. But this is my, I felt this is easiest, simple explanation and good explanation. Okay, this one, Bootstrap 5 tutorial.
Hey gang, and welcome to this.
Okay, this is awesome means awesome. So I'm giving that URL. Of course, who are watching YouTube live, um, if, I will provide this. I think you can search just simply so tutorial, the Net Ninja tutorial, the YouTube channel name, and just go the playlist. Definitely will find it. So this is the best one. He has done everything. Okay, he has explained colors, buttons, utility classes, containers, grid layout, navbars, cards, accordions, list groups, bootstrap icons, okay, how to utilize the icons of the bootstrap that we didn't cover. Definitely, I will cover the tooltips, models. Okay, this is fantastic. Canvas, okay, drop downs, crash course, and tabs. Lots of things are there. Right now, we don't have that much time to spend for on bootstrap, but here next week I thought initially what I thought we can go with tailwind css, but what I realized that so whatever we have learned so far, html5, css3, and bootstrap, okay, next week we are going to do a project complete. Next 5 days our focus is complete this heading part, okay, and we should have minimum 3 or 2 product pages like laptops and mobiles and login and logout screen. Okay, we should try to replicate Amazon. So if you participate in that 5 days of project work kind of thing, so then later you can learn on your own bootstrap kind of thing. So once we complete the next week, we'll go, that means up to Friday, November 4th. Okay, from November 8th, November 8th, we are going to enter into the JavaScript. Okay, so far, I think I noticed few people are doing practice, and who are not doing practice, I'm not going to provide any kind of support on anything, because it's very difficult. Because if you didn't attend the session, if you didn't practice, if you join the mentoring sessions or review sessions, what you will expect? You will expect that, Raghu, I didn't understand Bootstrap. Can you explain from the beginning? I didn't understand Flexbox. Can you explain from the beginning? So it's completely impossible. So as a student, you should take responsibility for your future, and please do practice. At least for Monday, you have enough time. So utilize that time and do practice and give me the confirmation. Um, Even if you have any questions, you can put in the WhatsApp, or even the YouTube also. You can put the comment. Definitely, I will help. So that's all for today, and we can stop the live. And I think you understand the responsibilities, and now you can focus and at least finish this header part. I think you can do lots of things. Okay, product listing. Yesterday I have explained. Just take one flexbox container, and inside of that, just take the cards and just apply some justify content and the what flex wrap. Automatically, it will come into the multiple rows, and you can finish that design also. But of course, anyway, if you are struggling, I will definitely explain in next 5 days how to do. Okay, that's all for today, and enjoy the weekend. Bye bye.